Nayeon just made her first comeback. After a deep discussion with myself whether to review or not, I decided to just do it. Her debut album was a killer, every single song was great, so I have a same expectation from this album too. I didn't see any teaser or trailer, so I didn't know what direction they took for this comeback. As I liked her previous release, I expected it would have a similar bright concept, a song that mainly focuses on Nayeon's vocal. However, before I start, I would like to remind you guys, here I rank and review at the same time. The song I will talk about first is my least favorite and gradually the last song is my most favorite. That being said, now let's get started.
Long since I had someone feel like heaven.
This song was fully in English. There are some great parts like in the chorus having a pause in between lines. It has a chill vibe and Sam Kim's rap was the best part. But the reason it is so low on the list is that it feels like one of those songs that was made in a different language but later got translated. So it has some awkward parts like those we see in the translated songs. I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't the original version. But I really like the whole vibe this song carries. It's so chill. I was vibing with it. This was another chill song. It was calm yet upbeat. This song was mostly repetitive. It also doesn't contain any part that is particularly addicting, so I don't see myself listening to this that much. I will forget about this soon, but even if I listen to it, I will soon get bored of it and I might start to hate it. It's not like it was all bad. It has some good parts like Nayeon tying a little bit of rap and the chorus, but that couldn't make up for the other things. Although those parts were good, they weren't that memorable. If you were following my reviews, this entry might surprise you. I used to love this type of song. This should be in top 2. But why is it here? Did I change? Well, no, I still love this type of song and I also love Count It. It was a satisfying track. It has a vibe like I'm listening to it while laying on the beach. Although I don't like beach, I like this song. If I have nothing to do or I'm feeling low, I will listen to this. This song is perfect for those situations. But why is it here? Because I just like other songs more, at least for now. But there is a possibility I might get bored of them later, but I'm certain that I will listen to this a lot. This song was 3 minutes and 41 seconds long. This was risky. Nowadays most people's attention span are not that great, so this might feel boring, but this song doesn't even feel that long. You might be thinking this song must be that good, which wasn't the case. It's not like it wasn't that good. It was fun. I might listen to it sometimes, but the reason it didn't feel that long is because after the final chorus, she was only singing "Ew" for 25 seconds and the last 50 seconds were just the whispering, which was the same as the intro. So the actual song part was less than 3 minutes. Anyway, as I mentioned, it was fun. It was also fully in English and this song has everything I expected from the title tag. Not sure how much I will listen to it in the future because it doesn't have any special or any part that stood out. Like something, it doesn't have any addicting part that I will keep humming. It lacks that element, so I might not listen to it that much, but it was a good song. Although it doesn't have a particular addicting part, I enjoy it so much that I might listen to it and get addicted to the song as a whole. As I mentioned earlier, I was expecting a bubble pop song, a song with upbeat instruments and a bright concept, but it was really surprising. It was mostly hip hop, and if you know Twice members, you would expect Jiho, Momo or Cheong to do hip hop, not Nayeon. I never saw this coming. Nayeon is mostly known for her vocal. You would hardly expect a hip hop dance break in her song. The whole music video was full of surprises, and whatever this was, I really enjoyed it, mostly because I experienced something I never expected I would see. About the music, the starting part was a bit uncomfortable, but it doesn't stay like that. More into the song, it gets better and better. The pre-chorus reminds me of Dua Lipa's Dance the Night Away.
Watch me dance, dance the night away.
And the post-chorus reminds me of VVG's Pull Up. I love these parts. For some reason, it just gave me satisfaction. This song feels like they took best parts from other songs and mixed them together, and somehow it worked.
Like a paparazzi, don't harass me, just follow. Simple as 1, 2, 3.
Magic was like magic. It was also fully in English. A great part was that it felt like it was planned to be in English. It was upbeat and contained a fun, energetic rhythm. Julia and Nayeon's combination really worked. She was the perfect choice. I feel like no one could do better than her. That bam, alakazam. I can't imagine anyone singing that part other than her. Her rap part was also great, but I wish it was a bit longer. Although the verses were really short and they repeated others 3 times. Despite that, it doesn't feel like repetitive. Reason behind that is those parts were really good. I could listen even it was repeated 10 more times. first 40 seconds of these songs were just the instrumental. It sold me just by that. It was produced and written by Chenyok of Angmyo. If you know his history of producing, then I don't need to say anything. He just know how to make good music, and this song was the same. The best part was the instrumental. It was mix of fun and chill. I personally love listening to this type of fun but not that energetic song, more of a chill song when I'm working or studying. This song perfectly matches that description. The first verse and the pre-chorus were really good. The voice in the last line of the pre-chorus was satisfying. How they end the pre-chorus and the transition to the chorus were really awesome. My favorite part was the refrain. That was another level of satisfaction.
너는 들어왔어 in my fantasy. 벗어날 수 없어 나의 gravity. In love, in love.
Overall, it was a decent album. It couldn't surpass my expectations. It just maybe her debut album was so good that it kind of impossible to surpass that level. And as they started with a banger, my expectations were much higher. However, I can see myself listening to 4 of the songs regularly, which more than half, so it wasn't bad for sure. For now, I enjoyed Butterfly more than Counted, but in future I might listen to Counted more. I was really confused between ABCD and Magic. I love them both equally. I wish we would see a performance MV for Magic like they did for No Problem. Anyway, those were just my thoughts. You might share a different opinion than me. Share those in the comment. Also, happy birthday to you, Sora, who make thumbnails for my video. I know it will come 1 or 2 days after your birthday, but I also refer a song from the artist whose album I'm reviewing, and Nayeon has a song named Happy Birthday to You, and only your birthday was near. Anyway, if you're still here, just have an awesome life and finish the thumbnail fast.